Welcome back to March or Die. I am the Stress Master.
And I am the tumor, and as I say every week, not because I'm malignant, but simply because I march spot B9. One
And
final ride, eh?
Yeah, and I'm the Stress Master just because I stress out a lot. And that's just my nature. So, embrace it. Embrace it. You can't fight it, just embrace it. All right, well, welcome back to the podcast. It's been a couple of weeks. We have some news, some announcements, some stuff like that that's going to be happening. So let's go ahead and get to that first. First off, thank you guys all for voting on the change in the name of the channel. So we've decided to go with Marching Arts Television TV, Marching Arts TV. We will be having a new logo and new name coming shortly in the next week. So
and some new faces as well.
And some new faces as well, yes. And next weekend, you want to go ahead and announce the special guest for next weekend?
Yeah, so next weekend, we're looking at, I'm going to leave her unnamed for the time being until I get 100,000% confirmation. But I do believe, I'll just say it. It's going to be Jen Carr-Dwanke, who Justin and I both marched with in the Freelancers. She's actively involved in the drum corps activity at the moment, although she has asked me for the time being to leave her current corps affiliation a bit of a mystery. Those who know Jen will know who she's involved with, but very, very knowledgeable in the one part of the activity that I have got no clue about, and that's color guard. So when it comes to color guard, I'm the guy that can look at a color guy and go, I'm the guy that can look at it and go, yeah, it looked clean, or yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool, but as far as the technicals, I'm not that guy. Whereas she absolutely is. So look forward to having Jen on the pod next week.
And we are going to be changing up the podcast schedule. This one was 2 weeks from the previous one, it was 2 weeks. So next week we're going to be having our guest, and then we're going to be doing every 2 weeks going forward from then on. It's just a lot of work. Just so you guys have a little bit.
There's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about right now, and it's a lot of work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do every 2 weeks until the season really gets jamming, and then once we get into June, we'll probably be doing every week because there's a lot of stuff going on. As soon as we start getting shows, every weekend we have a show, things happening. We're going to have show reveals, so we're going to be talking about that every 2 weeks. It'll also give more content for us to go over because it's not a lot of stuff like what Kanan just said. It's just a lot of just news. Nothing too exciting.
Not only that, but the other thing I would say as well, for those who don't know, Justin has been running this channel for a few years now, and he has religiously just been pumping out content 1 week after the next. And it's hard bloody work. It really is. It's hard work. And, poor Justin needs a bit of a break. So to that end, I'm going to be taking more of a step forward as far as content creation, so on and so forth. Let Justin take a little bit of a breather. Justin's not going away or anything like that. I assume that's
no.
Right?
No.
I assume that's the case, but I'm going to step up a little bit more. I'm going to create a little bit more content. Let Justin take a little bit of a breather, spend some time with his family, and so on and so forth, and so that when the season comes and we both have pissed off wives, at least say, I spent some time with you over the winter. So.
Yeah. Luckily, my wife likes to go to drum corps shows, so I'll be doing a lot more of that here. I'm going to be going to the Family Day show for Mandarins.
Sorry, real quick, before you jump on that, you'd mentioned about your wife and liking drum corps shows and all that. So I met my wife 24 years ago, something like that. And when she found out that I was that I marched drum corps, one of the first questions she ever asked me is, "Have you ever heard of the Santa Clara Vanguard?"
What? Really?
Yeah, exactly. That was my thought as well. I'm talking here I am talking to some British bird that lives in the north of England, and she's asking me about the Santa Clara Vanguard, and I'm like, what the hell? So she'd always thought that like the Santa Clara Vanguard was just some sort of like mythical organization or something like that.
Wow.
And what I'd found out later on is where I live at in Warrington, which for those who don't know geographically, I live bang in the middle between both Manchester and Liverpool. And this town at one point in the 80s had I think it's 5 competing drum corps in it. Now, to put that into perspective, Justin, this town is about the size of Stockton.
Jeez, that's small.
Yeah. And back then, British drum corps having 100 to 128 kids in them weren't uncommon at all. So imagine and in that, they were all like finalist corps as well. So imagine Stockton having 5 DCI finalists in it all at the same time. This was just this weird little geographic hotbed of drum corps back in the 80s. Unfortunately, they're all gone now. So, but it's funny, even to this day, though, if you go around this town and you mention drum and bugle corps to some of the older generation, don't know exactly what you're talking about. It's really bizarre. Anyway, sorry. We're going to Family Day at Mandarins.
Yes, we're going to go to Family Day at Mandarins, but that's a cool little thing. I'm also going to be going to, the shows here. Last year we went to the Mandarin's home show and we sat in the VIP seats, which was I recommend that because that's the best view. You got right on the 50, you get all this extra room, stuff like that. But we're going to probably do that again.
Where was the show at last year?
It was at some high school. But it was like in Roseville. It was a brand new high school in Roseville, really big school. Right. I think this year it's back at Sac City.
Yeah, I say, man,
I could be wrong.
Sacramento show's got to be a huge stadium. That's just where it belongs.
Yeah, they couldn't have it there for some reason. But the only thing I don't like about the shows here in Sac is it's so damn hot. It's so hot. I like to go to Stanford because Stanford is about 10 degrees cooler. And there's a lot more going on because you have like performances out in the there's a barbecue that Blue Devils and Vanguard does, and they both come out and play stuff like that. That was kind of cool, but don't post it because I posted that and I got it taken off. So don't do that.
I remember the first time we saw Dutch. We marched with a guy called Rob, who nobody could say his surname, so we just called him Dutch. And I believe that same year we also had, do you remember Joe from Japan?
Yes, Joe.
Again, nobody could say his name, so we just called him Joe. But I remember, though, the first time seeing Rob and there was a couple other people from Holland that came over and marched with us in '89.
Wasn't it Lana?
Lana, yeah. And I remember the first time they experienced a Sacramento summer at Sac State. Just the holy shit look on their face was just to die for. And you try to explain to them, hey, it's a dry heat.
It wasn't. It was humid, man. It wasn't dry.
Anybody been to Sac State recently, by the way?
No.
Well, I've obviously I haven't, but I've got a thing called Google Maps and all that stuff, and I look at Google Maps and I see the parking lots where we used to do 10 to 10s at. Well, first off, the big field we used to use is gone now. It's a building of some variety. But do you remember those parking lots with all those little trees? They're all big trees now, but back when we were youngsters, they were little trees. There was no shade. 105,000 degrees on the concrete. That was great. Good times.
Dude, I do not.
These kids today are soft.
I don't know about soft. They run more than we did. I don't know though because
we didn't have those silly little red water bottles. No, we just got on it. We just drank our own spit.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I do remember '92 though. In the closer, we're going back down a little bit, but in the closer,
it's what we do.
It was pretty fast. It was like this speed, and we marched backwards to that. And I remember Carl goes, "Okay, you got to go from here to here," and I'm all, "How am I supposed to do that? Going backwards, and I have to come in and play a double forte at the end of that." But we did. We had to book it back, and it was like I can't remember what the tempo was. It was really fast though. But we had to march into like a half tempo, and we're just running back, and then doing this high mark time thing. It was stupid, but we did it. But anyway,
and we did it on concrete because we were hard.
Yeah, we were hard. Or we marched in the swamp. That field had a swamp in it. Remember, like when it would rain and stuff, and we'd get that swamp area, and it was in the number one side in the back, somewhere around the 30-yard line ish hash area. But like if you had to march back there, man, it stunk too. You could smell it. It was nasty. Anyway, we're digressing a lot.
My favorite one of those little memories though was so the freelancers. We weren't anybody's posh core or anything like that. You know, we stayed in some proper shithole places. And I remember we went to a place called, and if anybody's from this place, I actually don't care if I offend you in the slightest, but we went to a place called Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Natchitoches.
Justin, I'm pointing the wrong way here. He's over here, but you just go, yo.
Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Natchitoches.
Yeah.
And it was in the entire time that I marched in the freelancers, it was the only time that we ever said, nope, don't unpack your bags. We ain't staying here. Because I remember we went in, there was, when they turned the lights on in the gym, it was like the whole floor moved from the carpet of cockroaches that just scattered from the light when the lights came on. And then I remember going into the locker room, and in the showers, they had like this lip that you had to step over to get in the showers. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And there was like standing water in the shower, just filled with dead bugs. And,
man.
I remember then we went, instead of getting our usual few hours of downtime and then showers and then off to rehearsal, we went straight to that. I think it was it Northwestern State University? I think it was. I just remember the stadium only had one set of stands, and they were like going straight up. And the whole time we're going, where the hell are we staying tonight? Because they had no idea where the hell we were staying. But yeah, you know this place had to be nasty if the freelancers didn't stay there.
God, I remember we stayed at some middle school once, and it literally looked like the when you walked into the shower area, it literally looked like it had burned down. Because there was like wood and stuff, and you had to step over the wood. It was just like, it was weird.
I got one more for you, and then we'll carry on.
Oh, God.
1992, Madison, Wisconsin. Do you remember the rendering truck?
Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, that was so bad. The whole first... Okay, so
the school we stayed at had a cheese factory on one side.
Yeah. No, it wasn't cheese.
Beef and a cow beef lot on the other side of it.
No, it wasn't cheese. It was beer. It was a beer refinery. Beer? So what they did is they took, like, I don't know, from what I remember, I could have sworn maybe it was cheese too, but there was a cheese one too, but I think this one was like a beer refinery. So they took like old beer or something and reconstitute. I don't know. It was some weird thing, but it stunk so bad.
There was this truck, for those who don't know, there was this truck that went by, drove right by the rehearsal field.
On a levee. Every
20 minutes. And just the line of stench that it left behind us. And I mean, you know, we're a 1990s drum corps. We didn't shower much, you know. I mean, it was we were pretty gross to begin with. But if you could smell that over us, because you could generally smell the freelancers before you saw the freelancers, you know. Yeah, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. The only thing I can think of that comes even close to that was my last year of marching drum corps, which you won't know about, but it was 2019 with the Kids Grove Scouts, and we rehearsed at a rugby club in a place called Stone near Staffordshire in the kind of middle of the UK. And there was a cow field right on the other side of the fence from where we stayed at. Turns out that the cows actually really like brass instruments. So we would go there and we would play them music, and the cows would all come to the fence. We all thought, oh, this is really cool. I used to play them Yoda's theme on the tuba, and there was the cows just really seemed to enjoy it, and everybody thought I was crazy, but I was connecting with nature and all that stuff. And it was a great little rehearsal site until the spring, and we came to rehearsal one day and we noticed that the cows weren't there. Well, where's the cows? Next thing you know, this tractor comes up. Turns out that they were mucking the fields, is what they call it. or what they call it when they spread fertilizer here. And the fertilizer, by fertilizer, I just mean liquefied cow shit. Imagine doing a breathing block, doing breathing gym next to that. Literally 30 feet away.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the news.
And now, the news. So first thing first, we're going to talk about today is U.S. Bands has been added as the presenting sponsor of 2024 DCI Texas Series. So the 2024 DCI Texas Series is July 15th in Canyon, Texas, the 16th in Abilene, the 18th in Central Texas, that's DCI Central Texas, and also in Denton, the 19th in Houston, the 20th in San Antonio, which is, of course, first big regional of the year, Mesquite on the 22nd, and the 23rd in McKinney. Personally, I think this is a really good thing. U.S. Band's been around for a long time. For those who know or may remember, I believe they were started by the Cadets organization, and then a few years ago they were bought by the Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils are running the organization now. I remember back in our day, people used to always give the band kids a hard time. This show's full of bandos. I think it's great to see a show full of bandos, if that's what you want to call them, because that's the future of the activity, and they get hyped as hell. So that'll be pretty cool. No doubt there'll be a lot of local marching band kids there as well. So that's pretty awesome. Yep. Next thing I want to talk about again is we're at that weird time of year where it's hard to find content, but the Battalion has quietly been around for 10 years now, celebrating their 10th anniversary in 2024. So congratulations to the guys in Salt Lake. Interesting thing about the Battalion, obviously, is they do have a quite a spiritual organization there, and I believe they don't rehearse or perform in shows on Sundays. So if that's ever been anybody's block for doing DCI, there's your drum corps right there for you.
Yeah, we'd love to have somebody from the Battalion on.
And the 21st through the 23rd is going to be Blue Devils Friends and Family Day, which is they haven't announced the location yet, but they have released a pretty cool video which we'll go ahead and have a quick watch of, because any opportunity to watch the Blue Devils do space chords, we're going to take. But any opportunity to watch the Blue Devils A, B, and C corps performing it together, we're absolutely going to take. So I hope you enjoy. And next up, Crossman Drum and Bugle Corps have released some photographs from their most recent camp, which was held at Lehman High School in Kyle, Texas. Having had a quick look through them, looks like there was a really good turnout there. So good to see that there. Again, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for content here, folks. Genesis is looking for color guard members.
Oh, wow.
And they're having an in-person camp next month at the end of April 26th through 28th. It's only $50 for the whole weekend as well. So contact them if you were interested in marching color guard with Genesis.
Great corps, man. They do some cool stuff. They really do. They do some great shows.
I don't know if you saw my last video that I released here, but Symbiosis is my favorite non-finalist show of all time. Absolutely love the show. I thought it was great that they were just sort of taking the mick out of everybody, but still doing serious drum corps. And the thing that I found crazy about it is they were like 21st place or something like that. And I thought, my God, this corps would have made top 12 in our day easily. Yeah,
they were really. They're so good. They do such creative shows. I mean, the last 2 years that I've seen them they do some really good. I mean, and I think that's just kind of all the groups now, they all do high level productions, even the 25th Corps still is doing a high level production that probably, like you said, back in the day could have made top 12 in our day.
Oh, easily.
Because the show design.
Today's 25th, I will say this point blank, today's 25th place Corps would easily compete for top 12 in our day. Easily. That's just the level that the activities come up to. Now, why is that? Yeah, there's less corps. There's no way around that, but you still have still have basically the same talent pool. So, Santa Clara Vanguard has released pictures from their camp, which was held, I believe, last weekend. It looks like a really big turnout there as well. So that's good to see. Our friends at Spirit of Atlanta are having a fundraiser to help fuel the Corps. They're looking for sponsors for their April camp and also looking for meal sponsors. So anybody they'd be interested in helping out Spirit of Atlanta, I'm sure our friend Jason would be more than happy to take a phone call from you. And then in all age, Cincinnati Tradition is looking for low brass players. So if that's something that you're looking for, perhaps the all age experience. Again, this is a corps that's put out some really good shows over the last few years. Check out Cincinnati Tradition. And then I believe you said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about, and then we've got the video that DCI put out this week as well.
Okay, so next we have a video that DCI put out, which Kenny was just talking about a judge named Julie Davila, right?
I believe it's Davila.
Davila. She was. They're going to talk about her and kind of like her experience in being a judge with DCI. So it was kind of cool. I actually got to see it a few days ago, but I wanted to watch it again because I don't remember a lot.
She's also the first woman to ever judge percussion in DCI finals.
Yeah. So let's take a look here.
Absolute trailblazer.
Hey Blue Devils, welcome to DCI World Championships Finals 2023. Julie Davila with you here. Couldn't be more honored, privileged, excited to be with you here on your championship performance. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I love that phrasing. Woo. Beautiful. Yeah, Blue Devils. Love the guitar player too.
Remember what a big deal it was when we had our first female snare drummer in a DCI Top 12 line, much less a center snare. Percussion judges? Hey, that's changing too. The percussion world is becoming gender equal turf, thanks in no small part to the frontline work of Julie Davila. Yeah, she's a drummer's drummer, even during a mic check. Julie Davila, educator, judge, performer, writer.
So currently, right now, I'm the president of the Percussive Arts Society. It's actually just like a really cool, hip percussion club that you want to be a part of.
and a teacher at Middle Tennessee State University, and a part of a world-renowned percussion trio, longtime WGI judge, and now with DCI.
So yeah, I just joined the JLs, which is the Judge Liaison. So it's the administration team along with John Phillips and Nola Jones, Jay Kennedy.
Julie Davila is a respected leader in the percussion world and an inadvertent trailblazer.
In the beginning, I never really thought of it that way. I love percussion. I wanted to do it since I was in 5th grade, and I've just been so uber focused on that, and really didn't think about really the gender aspect of it for many, many years. And it seems like now, you're seeing a lot of women and young girls like come into the activity, and that's just super exciting. And I'm just happy to be a part of it, and happy to champion the next generation.
Yeah, nice job on the 4s. Zone change, listening center. Yeah, nice job on the single stroke 7. Oh, love the color change from the timbre and the snares. Nice.
This last year, 2023, I saw many. I was happened to be on the field percussion this year, pretty consistently, and it was really exciting to see. I saw a couple of female center snares this year, and they were in every section: tenors, bass drums, front ensemble. So yeah, super exciting.
Julie loves her work, even the challenge of judging DCI drum lines.
There's so much greatness out there that's a tough job for sure.
Sounds like a lot of work, but it seems like you're having fun.
Having a blast.
Yeah! Yeah! Yep! Woo!
What a professional.
Man, all the feels, goosebumps, Cavalier percussion. You guys should be so proud. Wow, you are worker bees. I really enjoyed it. I mean, every section is throwing down.
Wow, yeah, that was a cool. That was definitely a cool. Drum line last year. They were so good.
Yeah,
but
Davila absolutely deserved that high drums that they won last year. But can I just say, the more and more I watch the 2023 Blue Devils, the more and more I adore that show.
Okay.
It's a very politically correct answer there, Justin.
Okay. No. I love I love the colors and the visuals of it. I want to see this as nicely as I can, because I don't think they've never had a bad show, but their last year's show and the year before wasn't very memorable for me in terms of.
Oh, I thought the cutouts was awesome.
The cutouts was good. They performed it well. I don't know what it is. The last couple of years, I just really haven't been feeling their shows.
I mean, I have never said, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Blue Devils honk anyway. But the funny thing is that I tend to like the Blue Devils shows that a lot of people don't like. One of my favorite over the last, say, 10 years was Ink. I absolutely adore Ink. The storytelling in the show, right down to the little girl coming out of the book at the end of the show. I absolutely adore that show.
Now, that's a pretty cool show. Is that the one where they come out of the book at the beginning, too?
Did you know they marched one person light the entire season?
One person light?
Yes, because the girl that came out of the book was officially a member.
Ah. Yeah, I remember that. No, I actually like that show. It's just the last couple years, though, I really haven't been feeling the music as much. I like Nighthawks. That was I love the visual in that show. Oh, my God, so cool. All right, but
I love Ghostlight as well. Anyway, we can go on.
Yeah, Ghostlight I loved Ghostlight when they did the little tapping with the shoes and stuff. That was a cool show. So
that show for me. Sorry, real quick. That show for me was one that I really took a lot of notice of Color Guard on.
Yeah, they were really good. So we do have some more Genesis news. I saw this right before we started. Performer vote. So they actually voted for their show. That's interesting. But their show is called Signal. So they did a survey of performers and staff, learned quite a bit about what the members of the Corps were looking for. So that it's kind of a collaboration, which is a cool thing. I don't think you ever see that really much in drum corps at all. Like where they actually go to the members and staff and say, "What do you want to see?"
The members, that's their show. That's not just a show that's been foisted upon them.
Yeah. The imagery of satellite and radio. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Imagery of satellites and radio waves will be the key element. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can do a lot visually with that kind of stuff. Look at 95. What year was it when they did the where they had that cool drill where they did all the sound waves or the? Was that 95? Was that the planets? Where they did all the waves and stuff, and they did all that cool visual drill. It was anyway. On the most basic level, when you think about the power of radio signal, it has the ability to transmit a song through the airwaves. The impact.
It wouldn't be 95 because it correlated came to being in 2010.
No, I meant Cavaliers.
Oh, you think of Cavaliers? Okay.
Yeah, Cavaliers. They did some cool drill where they did like waves and stuff like that.
Oh,
like
yeah,
sound waves and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that was so cool. Such great drill. Okay, let's see here. What is this waltz for sweatpants? I have no clue what this is. Okay. The Corps will open with Arrival by The Alchemist, DJ and rapper. Never heard of him. Cody Fry's. Oh, Waltz for Sweatpants. So that's one of the songs they're going to be doing. I'm not going to play it because I'll get a copyright. Or not a copyright, but won't be able to share this video. I was recently attracted to it. Okay, so this is just kind of giving you an idea. And once again, I'll put this in the description so you guys can watch it. But that's kind of cool that they're going to be showing that.
I am quickly becoming a fan of Genesis, and I don't really care where they place, if I'm honest with you. The thing I like about it is they're putting out some shows that are original. They're not putting out cookie cutter drum corps stuff, which I really respect. And also, we marched with their percussion caption head as well.
Who's their caption head this year?
Mike Eustace.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so this was something cool that I just found, like I said, literally right before I got on here. This is, and that's going to make everybody sick, 7 years of drum corps Easter eggs. So it kind of goes through Colts Where the Heart Is, and their show was kind of about going to Indiana, performing. Santa Clara Vanguard finding Nirvana, so they kind of have like a visual here. So I'm not going to go through it all, but I'm going to post this on the website. I didn't gel with that
show,
Which one? The...
Finding Nirvana.
You know what? It took me until I saw it at finals to kind of really go, okay.
I'll tell you one thing I'm not a fan of over the last few years, and I do hope that with 2024, I hope that they take this as an opportunity to change things up. I've not been a fan of Vanguard's color palette, or at least since about the mid-2010s.
No. When they did 19,
I don't like all the stark white on the. I don't like that.
Well, when they did the 19 show, God, what was that called? So after Babylon, they did that show in 19.
I just call it Babylon Part 2.
But they were wearing pajamas. It was really, really just bad color.
I remember they were gray, and there was a pattern on there, and you couldn't see the pattern. And and then this year in 2022 they just came out in all white, and I'm not a fan. When I think of Vanguard, and I'm not just going back to olden days Vanguard, I'm thinking of storytellers, I'm thinking of big imagery, I'm thinking of colors as well, and not had any of that over the last decade, really. So I do hope that they take this return in 24 as an opportunity to change things up. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, but this was kind of just a cool little article, so I'll put it in the description so you guys can all see it. But this was Dreams and Nighthawks. This show was really cool, and they recreated this scene like in life, like
that's it there.
Yeah, it was so cool the way they did that. That was a great show. I like that. Aurora Boreas. A lot of people love this show. This show was okay for me. it wasn't a bad show. I love the colors. The colors were really good in this show and what they did. I liked Babylon, of course, because everybody loves Babylon. But that was such a cool show. But
I mean, it was for me, Ouroboros. It was a good show, except that it was like the brass. They had, because the brass players in gray, they were all mic'd, as you may remember. Yeah. It was like the rest of the horn line was just the backup band for these guys, and it just didn't jive with me either.
Yeah. Propaganda. Have you ever seen Propaganda?
Yeah, cool show.
Oh my God. I love this show was really cool for me. I think this is when cavies really started kind of coming back into like what the cavies were. I could be speaking and wrong, so forgive me if you're watching this, you're March Cavaliers, but this show and then 17, 18,
no, I'd agree.
19,
I think they lost their way for a few years.
But this was a great show. I mean, just fantastic show. But anyway, so that's what I have there. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that because, and I think that's all I have for news. So let's get to my little surprise for you. All right, so this is my little surprise for you. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this show, and I think you were actually here at this show in 1995, and you're actually on the audio.
No.
You are on this audio. I think it's you, right? 95 Blue Devils. Aren't you on this show, audioly?
I don't think so.
Oh, you are.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you are. You were at this show, right? You were at finals?
Yeah. I was there that year. Yeah.
Okay. You trust me, you're on here. Here we go. I can't believe you don't remember.
Love this show.
Can't believe you don't remember.
Love this show. So great drum major there as well, James Kolke.
This is one of my favorite Blue Devil shows. This whole decade,
such a cool show.
Dude, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. I mean, come on.
They were the, I like to refer to this as the badass Blue Devils era. It just had a swagger.
Oh man, you'd hear the baritones in the background? Diddle, diddle, diddle. Drumline was badass.
Dicko!
Look how clean the drill is.
That was a great uniform as well. I don't think it was possible to not look cool in that uniform.
Yeah, I think they were one of the first corps to really kind of wear this type of uniform.
I remember people lost their collective minds when they went away from the mess dress uniforms.
Marching in this corps.
Yeah, there is. Let's see. Ditka was in there. I believe Juwan was in there. Scott, obviously. Scott Silky, I believe, as well.
Some of the drummers, I think, from France is in there too.
Yeah, James Cuevas was in there.
Go Ditka.
Quite a few in the guard as well, I believe.
The monkey, what do you call it? Monkey drumming?
Monkey drumming, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Let's go back to that.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit more. Gee, who's that? Who could that be? Tumor?
Go Ditka!
I can't believe you forgot you did that, dude. Every year I've listened to this show for the last 20-something years. I'm like, there's CJ, man. There he is. There's Scott.
Hell of a player, Scott. Hey, pause it for a second. Sorry. So I don't know if you know this or not, Scott. So Scott is the soprano soloist there. He actually came to Freelancers in '87 and got cut. Scott will tell you this, by the way.
He was like 13 then, right?
Yeah, he got cut because of his age. He was just too. I know he was like 12.
Oh,
but that kid was playing double C's at 12.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, if you really want to see his like virtuosity, look at '93 Blue Devils. He was like literally the show in '93.
I remember. I think I asked him once. I think he said he only had like 9 pages of drill or something like that.
9 sets of drill. He literally stood in the front and played the hell out of the show. Maybe we should watch that at some point too. That was a really great show. Oh my gosh, I think that's really when we kind of went back to being the Blue Devils. You know,
like, we'll get Scott on here in the next few weeks. I know he wants to jump on and join us anyway. So
yeah, maybe we can watch that show. That's a great show. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I love this show.
Oh, I adore it. Name me another drum corps of this time that could have done this show. Why don't people yell at drum corps shows anymore?
I don't know, but they don't. It was a big thing in the 80s and 90s, man. People yell all the time, especially the 90s.
There were some famous yells back then as well. What a maneuver!
They were moving in the show too. They weren't standing still. They moved a lot. Very traditional drum, like, you know, marching at attention, all that stuff. That doesn't happen anymore.
At the risk of sounding like a dinosaur, I'm gonna say I kind of miss it.
I do and I don't.
I'd like to see more of it. There's times where it's appropriate.
Yeah, true. What's so crazy, like, there's no amplification. And you hear everything just fine.
Yes and no. I mean, remember, we're watching a recording and there's microphones at the front of the recording.
Yeah. But I mean, even as an audience member, you heard.
You're in the top. I disagree. If you're the top of the stage, you're losing the front ensemble.
Yeah.
And if you're not, it's because they're beating the shit out of it.
All right.
I got 4 words.
4 words.
Third place, my ass. Right, so I'm looking at the recaps here.
All right.
From finals. Can we see them, or do you mean to make them bigger?
Nope. Bigger's good. All right, cool.
Here we go. So for finals, we got first place in brass, 4th place in percussion.
Yeah, I don't remember. Cavi's got 9.9. Wow, they got a 9.8. Oh, that's performance. Sorry, that's visual. Sorry. Okay.
In performance. First place in visual performance. Where I have a problem is when you see huge discrepancies between the visual, or between the performance caption and the ensemble caption. And when you look at first in brass and 4th in ensemble music, I just don't buy it. Percussion as well. First and 3rd in visual. I don't see a 3rd place drum corps there. And Cavaliers were clean, but they didn't have that swagger. And sometimes I think that swagger should account for something as well. So,
yeah, let's take a look at the. Let's see here. We got the total visual 29.2. I'm trying to figure out the scores.
So we got 38.8 in total GE for 3rd place.
I'll be honest. I agree. In GE,
yeah.
I agree in GE. Ensemble, they got a 28.8 to a 28.6, so they beat Cadets in ensemble music.
So you're telling me that the Blue Devils' weakness that year was GE? Really?
I agree. I
mean, weakness is relative. Let's be honest. When you're 3rd in the world, but still.
Yeah. But I do agree, because I mean, if you look at Cavaliers' show that year, holy crap, their GE was off the charts.
What did they do that year again? Just remind me.
They did the Planets.
Was that the Planets year? Yeah, right.
They were so good. I don't remember Cadets' show, though. What did Cadets even do in 95? I don't remember what their show was.
Probably Bernstein or something.
But isn't that interesting how like there's some shows you just go, I don't remember what they did.
So the Cadets did an American Quintet that year, which was the Reavers, Born on the 4th of July, Blowing Off Steam from Far and Away, Swing, 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 and Land Race.
Oh.
All right, should we find the British swear word of the day real quick?
Oh, we should. The British swear word of the day.
And now the British swear word of the day by the Tumour.
Yeah, so the British swear word of the day, it's not really so much of a swear word of the day as it is an insult word of the day, but we could stick with swear word. And today's word is chav, spelled C-H-A-V, and you'll notice it said H, not H, because I've lived here for 22 years. Chav is, so if you see somebody walking down the street and they've got their knockoff counterfeit Adidas tracksuit on, and they've got their counterfeit Nikes and their counterfeit Louis Vuitton bag, and usually a Louis Vuitton baseball hat as well, that's a chav. Chavs are also known for hanging outside the local offie. That's the off license, or what you would know as a liquor store, drinking 2-liter bottles of White Lightning, which is just like
that? Is that like Mad Dog?
Imagine, yeah, kind of a combination of Mad Dog and alcoholic Mountain Dew, basically. They often are known for just throwing insults and just being generally chavvy. So you could say to somebody, "Oh, you're being a bit chavvy."
And that was the British swear word of the day. Brought to you by the March or Die TV podcast.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot in this
So what have
podcast.
So can I give them a little bit of a tease as to the video I'm going to drop this week?
Absolutely, let's do it.
So I'm going to be dropping a 2-part video series of. So we're in a unique position now in that, with the demise of the cadets, who I think most people probably are of the opinion that they're probably not coming back. I hope they prove me wrong. However, with the demise of the cadets, we're in a unique position that there are now exactly 25 corps that have competed in the DCI Top 12 that no longer exist. And I thought 25 was an interesting number because it's obviously where we it's one of the delineating lines, if you will. Top 25, top 17, top 12, so on and so forth. So what I've done is it's going to be a 2-part video series, and that is the top 12 of the top 20, the top 12 of the 25 corps who competed in top 12 that no longer exist. I need to come up with a shorter name for it. But what we're going to be looking at is corps 12 through 7 in the first part, and then 6 through 1 in the second.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that, because that's that'd be kind of cool to kind of see like some corps from the past.
It was going to be one video. However, Justin's going to laugh when I tell the story. I recorded the video, and then I sent him a message on Facebook saying, "Oh my God, I've created a monster." Because I'm still new to this whole editing thing and all that. And I'd realized that I had over 2 hours of video. And I figured that nobody is going to watch a 2-hour video on our channel. So I was going to re-record it, but now I've decided I'm just going to break it into 2 videos. So that will be dropping sometime this week.
And then I'm also going to be dropping a video in the next day or so. I'm going to be continuing to watch 2023 shows, because I realized I didn't watch every 2023 show. I'm going to go ahead and watch every single top 12. I have watched some outside top 12 already, and you guys can see those on the channel. But I did want to get to like Phantom. For some reason, I never got to Phantom at finals. I never got to Blue Devils. I never got to Boston, and a lot of corps. So I'm going to watch the 2023 shows, and you guys are going to see those incrementally on the channel, because I do want to watch those, and I haven't really reacted to them. So
I got a question for you. Let's just say we drop a video. I drop one, you drop one. How do people how does YouTube let people know when we've dropped a video? There must be a way.
There are ways. One, the most important way is to subscribe to this channel. If you do not subscribe to this channel, the odds are you may not see this video or the next video. So you have to subscribe. The other way is to like it. So if you like the video, it will also add it to your likes, and then it will recommend this video, the next video we have on our channel. So
we've subscribed.
Yes.
And we've liked.
We've liked.
And I look, I've subscribed to this channel. Really, how do I get notified if there's a new video dropping?
Well, it'll automatically set your notifications, but you can say, I want to see all notifications for this channel right here, March or Die channel. So, and like we said, we are going to be changing the name of the channel, so it won't affect your liking or anything, subscribing, because we're just going to change the name of the channel. But that way you get notified. But please do that. Please share the video. That helps grow the channel as well. But in the next week, you are going to be seeing an announcement in the community about the new name, the new logo, and then we will be doing the name change, starting with some videos coming up. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We always appreciate it. Once again, please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff so you get notified when we have
very,
videos.
very nice.
Also, join the community. Go to the community page. It's also going to be in the description below. You can join, become a member of the March or Marching Arts TV channel. You can also participate in the community. You can comment on videos. You can do all kinds of different things. So thank you guys so much. As always, I am the Stress Master.
And I am the tumor.
And we will see you on the next video. So make sure you gotta make sure you keep doing what? You gotta march on.
Something about marching on or something.
March on. You just gotta march on. March on. Later.